My 23F boyfriend, 24M, wants me to stop having my period. Can I even recover from this?
We've been dating for 2 months. Things have been going well.
Yesterday he asked me to go to the gym with him and I declined, saying, I don't feel up to it, I started my period. He was all like, wait, what? And I repeated myself. Then he goes, you know you don't have to do that to yourself, right?
I was like, dude, what the fuck are you saying?
He goes on to explain that his ex was on a type of birth control that got rid of her period and overall made their relationship more enjoyable.
He asked me to consider doing the same. I told him absolutely not. I don't want to switch birth control methods, and if he doesn't like me having periods, then he can dump me. I told him, good luck finding a girl who doesn't have a period.
He said, I already had one.
I'll find another. I'm so appalled.
What the fuck is wrong with him?
I know there are methods to stop periods, but for him to imply that I'm a rarity for having them was insane. This is the first time I've brought up my period to him. I'm a 23-year-old girl, OFC, I have periods. I know he was making a suggestion and probably meant well, but that's a crazy thing to suggest I should get rid of my period for his enjoyment. I'm so mad at him. I don't think I can recover from this.
It just shows how dumb he is. What do you all think?
Can I even recover from this, or should I just end it while I'm ahead?
2 months?
I spent more time with my trainer.
Dump this weird little misogynist. I already had one.
I'll find another. Ladies, that's a deal breaker.
I already had one.
I'll find another.
Let him. It's been 2 months, you're supposed to be in the honeymoon phase and instead he's treating you like this.
No, he doesn't get to tell you to change birth control for his convenience. That's a relationship ender, for me at least.
If you mate with this man, he will give you weak children with soft heads and crossed eyes. Girlfriend F28 hinting at trips after I am 31 money online. How do I handle this? I've 30, been dating this girl F28 for about 3 months, and we sometimes hang out at my place.
One night we were chilling together, and I started playing online slots.
Surprisingly, I won around $2,500.
We both got really excited about the win, and it was a fun moment we shared.
But since then, she's been dropping hints about holiday and hotel offers, like obsessively. It feels like she knows about the money and immediately wants to go on a trip to spend it.
She keeps sending me links to fancy resorts, weekend getaways, and stuff like that. I don't want to be a dick about it, but it's starting to feel a bit much and it's making me uncomfortable. I'm not sure how to approach this without causing any issues.
I don't want to seem stingy or make her feel bad, but I also don't want to blow all the money just because I won it.
I want to enjoy the win and maybe save or use it for something meaningful later on. Any advice on how to handle this situation would be appreciated.
How do I bring this up without making things awkward or causing a rift between us? How can I set boundaries about the money without coming off as selfish or ungrateful?
When someone shows you who they are, believe them.
Or grow a spine and be clear that you need it for an emergency fund because stuff happens.
It's been 3 months LMAO. It's gonna be a whole life of wasting your money. I have way too much shame to expect a new partner to drop that amount on me. By the way, I'm saving that money for a surprise. The surprise is a sensible investment account.
What the fuck?
$2,500 isn't really much.
A fancy trip is going to be $3K plus at least.
She's showing her true gold digger colors early in the relationship.
Be grateful for that. If you stay with her, either you two both end up broke, or you end up broke and she moves on to another guy with money. Another one of these, I won money in online games, posts. I wonder if it's some sort of weird ad campaign.
I mean, respond back with, okay, so with this and food etc., your portion would be $XX.
When do you want to go?
Do I, 27F, get a divorce from my 37M husband? I met my 27F partner, 37M, when I was 22.
He was 10 years older, which felt really cool, and we had an incredible connection.
We got married when I was 24, and now as a 27-year-old I feel like I may have made a mistake.
We don't have a great sex life because he's never horny. I constantly state my emotional needs to him clearly and he never tries very much. And now it's getting to that point where I feel like so much of what I do annoys him.
I talk loudly, which he used to always love and now constantly tells me to be quiet. I try and cuddle with him in bed and he rolls away or says he's too hot. I ask for a date night and he grumbles about it. Our issues have been going on pretty much since we got married, so 2.5 years.
When I have brought up that I think we have issues, he says he loves me more than anything and that we're completely fine.
For those of you who have been through a divorce in your experience, do a lot of you wished you'd stuck around longer and done intense therapy? Or do you feel like you wish you would have divorced earlier? I used to want kids, etc., but it feels like a death sentence right now. I love my husband so much, but I'm constantly unfulfilled and sad and daydream a lot about getting a divorce. As a 27-year-old, I feel like time is ticking and I chose wrong. I wish I'd left earlier. I was in a very similar situation. Met a 10-year-older guy at 20, got married at 25 and divorced at 28. You know yourself better now and you know what you want. My only regret was not leaving sooner and maybe spending all that time and money on someone who didn't really like me as a person. You can start life again at 27 easily and you'll love all of your freedom. People say you don't need a reason to break up if you're unhappy and simply don't want to be in a relationship anymore. And I'd actually say the same for divorce. Feel free to DM me as I've gone through something super similar if you want any advice. This is pretty much textbook. Guy gets much younger, inexperienced girl to marry him, and when she gets a bit older she realizes how awful that was and how he's not actually a good partner. It happens. You're not the only one that this has happened to. It sounds like you should divorce him. You don't have to be bound by choices, mistakes, you made when you were young. You've told him exactly what you need and he's either unwilling or unable to meet your needs. That means you've done everything you can. You deserve to be happy. Men don't leave crappy marriages unless they've lined up the next woman. Women initiate most divorces. He will stay in this mediocrity forever and he won't change. You can end it and find someone you're more compatible with. He can also hopefully find someone who is a better fit. Don't waste the rest of your youth here, especially if you want kids. They're loud. He's not gonna like that. Leave. You don't have kids. He's not meeting your needs, you are still young. Imagine the rest of your life married to him. Do I, 35F, tell my BF M39S sister, F38, that she won't want me in her wedding photos? So, my BF's sister is getting married, for the second time to a guy here on a visa, within 1 year of meeting, next week. My boyfriend and I were invited and are going. Last night I got a text from her, along with a personalized agenda, that said, I plan on having you in the family pictures too, in case you were going to try hiding on the side. The thing is, my BF's and my relationship is on life support. Once he finally finds a job, he's been unemployed for a year, he's made it very clear he's gone. Most of the time I don't even feel like we're together. He could be gone in a week, a month, who knows? Whenever the wind calls him away. So I feel really bad being in her family photos when I don't even know if I'm going to be in the family in a few months' time. Do I just get in the photos and hope she can Photoshop me out? Do I tell her discreetly so she leaves me out? I'm at a loss as to what to do. Too long did not read. BF's sister wants me in wedding photos but we're about to break up. Edit. Editing to say, thanks for everyone calling me a doormat, that's helpful. We have essentially been together, on and off, for 12 plus years and have a lot of history. It's not like I just picked him up with no job and just moved him in to let him mooch off me. Why are you even going to the wedding with him? Just break up with him now. Once he finally finds a job, he's been unemployed for a year, he's made it very clear he's gone. If a man ever told me that he would be out of my house as fast as I legally could and I would not spend one more penny on him, I'd go full petty if I had to get him out. I honestly would tell her straight up, you probably don't want me in the photos as your brother has told me that as soon as he finds a job and doesn't need to mooch off of me he's breaking up with me. I would follow it with, so I broke up with him. He might be asking to crash on your couch. But that's just me. I appreciate you wanting me in the photos, but to be honest, your brother and I have been drifting apart and I think we're near the end of the road. If you still want me in the photos I will participate, but I felt you needed this information before making that decision and will respect whatever your decision you make. Just be in the photos. But ultimately, why are you two still together given what you've said? If the relationship is so disconnected, then why not break up tomorrow?
Why are you with him?
He's unemployed and telling you he's going to dump you when he finds a job? Tell him you'll save him the trouble and get rid of him. This is insane behavior, lol.
Why are you going to the wedding?
That is his family, and you guys are breaking up. It's time to move on.